welcome back. And this is the book, Make It Happen. This is the man right here, and he's sitting here with me right now, Pastor Dean Storr, and this is your book. And thank you for coming. And 10 Ways to Turn Obstacles into Stepping Stones. That's...
Without breaking a sweat.
That's
the magic.
Not easy.
No, it's not, but you can do it.
And you are pastor.
Yes.
Of the Fresh Start Fellowship, which is a new church in the Simpsonville, South Carolina area. Is that, am I right on that?
Yes.
Okay, okay. And it's open to anyone?
Anybody who wants to come in.
Okay. And it's a real chance to share. Yeah.
A chance to share and to learn and to uncover some maybe new things about the scriptures and uncover some new things about yourself.
Now you have special outreach. And I've got on here, somebody told me something about single parenting.
Right. Yeah, we have different classes that we have, single parenting classes, Thursday at 6:30 to 7:30. And one of the things that I'd really like to encourage people, because you know when you have a need or you have a problem or you're struggling in a relationship, or whether it's a blended family or whether it's a single parent, you know, struggling with her kids and just trying to make it work, a lot of times we might hear of something like this, a single parent encouragement group, but for you to get out of the house and come to this, I would highly encourage you to do this, because you're going to find answers, you're going to find help, you're going to find support, you're going to find other people in the group that you can relate to, that you might hear their story and go, wow, I wished I would have applied that to my life, whatever. But the biggest thing is get up and come.
That's the hardest thing,
That's the toughest thing, I think, because they don't know what these are. They don't know Fresh Start Fellowship. It's unknown to them. But you know what? The Spirit of God is speaking to them to get up and go. And if you just listen to that and get up and go, guaranteed you'll walk out of there a better person.
Now this is a new church.
Yes, it's a new church. Just started.
And it's in Simpsonville.
Yes.
Okay. And when do you tell me again, when do you have services?
We have services Sunday morning at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Yep. That's a time to come in and share the scriptures.
Anybody's welcome. No questions asked.
Nope.
It's not a denominational kind of thing.
Right.
Am I right on that?
Yes, you are right on that. Yeah.
Yeah. And what brought this about? How did you happen to do this?
As far as the classes or the church?
Or the church.
Well, God dealt with me to start the church. I pioneered 2 churches when I was younger. One in Yakima, Washington, and one in Kent, Washington, south of Seattle.
Okay.
And then I got those 2 churches going, and then I felt like a calling to be an evangelist. And so I became an evangelist for several years, going across the United States and up into Canada. And God's been dealing with me to start another church, which is Fresh Start Fellowship, 7 years ago. And I've been dragging my feet, and I'll tell you, if you want to be miserable, drag your feet with God. And so I finally said, okay, yes, I'm going to start the church. So. And
how did you happen to zero in on Simpsonville? Was there a reason?
No, I think God strategically places people. God, I believe, strategically placed us in Simpsonville to reach the people that are going to come to the church, and for them to be a part of our lives and us to be a part of their lives. Yeah.
So you believe that the Lord led you there, and you believe that anybody can be led by God to do something different than they're doing?
Sure. We all have a ministry. We all have a purpose while we're on this planet. And it doesn't have to be...
Most of us, we don't think about it that way.
We really don't, huh? Because we think of ministry, we think, well, music ministry, youth ministry, pastor,
right.
But all of us have a ministry, every one of us. And if we get in line with God and we begin to understand what God wants us to do, it might be coming to a class like this and sharing your experiences of how you failed miserably to where you might help a couple or a blended family or an empty nester or single parent. That might be your ministry, to come in and begin to share with other people.
And the sharing is what opens the door for understanding and helping.
Yeah. Yeah, if you really begin to think about times where people can come together in a safe place, in an environment that is non-judgmental, and a place where they can share their heart, like that couple in the single parenting class, just one of the first things they just both almost said together is we fight all the time. And so we were able to talk and discuss that and share with them. And so it was a real time of, to me, that just showed me that how safe this place is, where you can come in and share and bare your heart.
And no one is going to judge you.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, we're our biggest critics, right? We're the,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, look at how I was a single parent, and I did it miserably. I failed horribly. And so I'm my own worst critic. So if we can come into an environment to where there is no judgment, there is no criticism, but there's a healthy environment to where you can come in and share and get some ideas to help you in this world that we live in, it's tough enough already. You know, being a single mom or single dad and not knowing where to go for help. You know, so this is what this is all about. So I would say, get up and come to these classes.
And anyone is welcome, no questions asked.
No questions asked. Absolutely.
And it's right in right in Simpsonville.
Yes, 604 Northeast Main Street.
Northeast Main Street, right in Simpsonville.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, what else do you want? I know you came back from Africa. Mm-hmm. Just recently, fairly
about
recently.
a month and a half ago. Yeah.
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 And how did you happen to go over there, and what did you find? What was your reason for going?
Well, I felt God moving us and leading us to be a part of the team that goes over to Africa. And
Had you been before?
No, this was our first time.
Okay.
And we've been wanting to go to Africa for years. And God opened up the door, financed it for us, helped us to get over there and be a part of the team that's been going over for 18 years. And, you know, one of the things that I wanted God to do, to do to me in Africa, was to break my heart. And this sounds kind of strange.
That is really strange.
It really is. I wanted to go to a place that there was such a need that I wanted my heart to be broken, because in a broken heart, God can fill it up because you're not so full of yourself. And I just wanted more of God in my life. I wanted to help more people. And so you know what God did over there to me? He didn't break my heart. He encouraged my heart. But what he did was he restored my ministry. And that was the most powerful thing I walked away with in Africa. See, I thought I was going to minister and to preach to them, but they ministered and preached to me.
Really?
Yeah, and they taught me, and I learned more from them about what God did in my life. He restored my ministry. So it was
You
really
mean you went
encouraging.
into these villages?
Yep, in the villages, in the Pokat tribe, we had this conference for 4 days where we ministered to the pastors and their wives, and they ministered to me. I mean, even though I was preaching, and even though I was ministering and laying hands on people and seeing miraculous things, what God was doing was restoring, because we all go through these places of doubt. I talk about Sid, where Sid is a little person that sits on your shoulder, and what Sid means is self-induced doubt. And so we all have these areas in our lives where we have this self-induced doubt. And I had this self-induced doubt about my ministry here, starting the church. That's why it took me 7 years to start it. And so when God brought me to Africa, he restored that faith. He restored that ministry. He brought back that confidence to me. And that's what I want to give to other people. That's what we need. We don't need any more self-induced doubt. We need confidence and encouragement and empowerment to live our lives.
And I think that's what God means for us to have.
Yep. Yeah. To let that light shine in our hearts. So that's what the classes are all about. That's why in Sunday morning service at 10 o'clock, that's where we do. We just sit around and we're just debating and talking about scriptures and getting the light of God in us more.
So it's not a structured kind of thing.
It is structured, but not like what you think. Yeah, it's not a structured church, typical church service. It's far beyond that.
And it's
it really is.
Any age group.
Yep. Anybody can come in.
Couple, single.
Yeah.
Anyone is welcome.
Everyone is welcome. Yes.
Yeah. And it's Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Yes.
And that is 604 Northeast Main Street in Simpsonville. And how long has this been going on?
Just a few months. We
Yeah.
just started.
Just brand new.
Brand new. Yep.
Well, we wish you well. And do you have a special outreach for young people, or are you planning something like that?
Yeah, we'll eventually have teen programs and different things like these classes, because you think about teenagers.
Yeah, the need is great.
Yeah, I mean, if you can think back when we were teenagers and how confused we were, well, it's the same thing. Nothing really has changed. When teenagers are teenagers, they're in a state of confusion, and so they just need that support and help, and maybe just a couple tools to really help them over that hump. Yeah, so we'll be doing more classes.
Well, I think this is, and I'll keep the information here if you didn't get it and you want it. I'll be glad to share it with anyone. But the telephone number is 864-979-0808. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
And
If they want to purchase the book, they can go to my
Pastor
website.
Dean Store, and here's the book,
Yep.
The Make It Happen Man.
Yeah, and they
Okay.
can buy that on, if they want, on deansstorecoaching.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Best of good fortune
yeah,
to you
thank
in
you
this
so much.
new
And
endeavor.
Bless you for what you do.
Thank you. And wherever you are, stay happy. We'll see you next time.